Hey everyone, Anthony Fantano here, the internet's busiest music nerd. The internet's busiest music nerd. Probably looking a little crazy in this video. That was my gum. But that's because we've run into a very special album right here, a very different album. An album that I think is the worst album of the year, an album that I think will maybe go down as the worst album of the decade, an album that, quite frankly, I think will break the records of badness, if there are such things. Now, this album is titled Angelic to the Core. Angelic Funkadelic / Angelic Rockadelic. It is a 90-minute record, it's a double album, and it's from the one, the only, Mr. Corey Feldman, who is most notably an actor who's been in numerous famous 80s films such as The Goonies and Stand By Me, but for a while now he's been trying to break his way into the music industry with like a single here, an album there, and every time he's met with the usual mix of gawks and jeers and polite applause. And that's no different for today, where recently he appeared on the Today Show, where he performed a song from this very album. And God is this bad. This album is bad. This album is so bad. I can't believe how bad this album is. I mean, I knew it was going to be awful. Corey Feldman, not really a talented songwriter, not really a talented singer, not a talented lyricist, not a talented musician, and sort of looking like Grandpa Skrillex on the front cover over here, which I have no idea why this couldn't have been properly cropped. Like, there's crappy white lines on the side of the album cover, and I have also left in the black lines at the top and the bottom of the album cover, because obviously they're in there for artistic effect, and he's sort of being brought out of the depths of hell by two angels, I guess. And the 22 tracks on this record are painful. Really up there with Chinese water torture. I can't even begin to describe how terrible this album is, which is why I'm sort of in this very loose format right here. Because as I was writing my review for this record, I realized there are some albums that are really beyond description, and this is one of them. This is one of those rare occasions where an album is beyond description. And when I say this is like the worst album of the year, it really is the worst album of the year. Like, I dare you to find an album worse than this album. And I've heard some terrible albums this year, and I was thinking about writing a not good segment about like the latest Die Antwoord album, or like the new Little Peep mixtape Hellboy, which is like, I don't know, angsty white boy broken side quality garbage rap from the 2000s come back from the dead, manifesting itself in a world that is influenced by, like, I don't know, like Bones and that White Iverson song from a rapper who shall remain nameless, Post Malone. Sorry for the lack of edits here, but really I'm having a hard time sort of gathering myself and gathering the words here and preparing myself and really trying to prepare you guys for what we're about to embark on here. So god damn it, 22 songs on this thing, 90 minutes on this thing. I just can't prepare you guys for what I'm about to play you. I just can't. I just wish there was something I could say that would take the edge off, that would get you ready for what is about to happen here. Because this is pure fucking insanity, this record. This is insane. This is like delusional to the most potent, most disturbing degree, like so delusional that you wonder if Corey Feldman like needs some help or something, because there's no reason anybody would make this album and then say, this is a professional product, this is totally finished, no way we could improve this, there's nothing we could do. Our work here is done. I mean, it's not even bad in the way that, like, Speeding Bullet to Heaven is bad. Like, Kid Cudi is trying to do something really weird and noisy and artsy or anything like that. Like, Corey Feldman is legitimately trying to write, like, pop tunes here. Like pop hits. Like, he's doing his best to copy, like, electronic dance music. The song "Go For It" is really dubstep influenced, like funk music, synth funk music. Of course, on this record, he rips off Michael Jackson a couple times. His songs have always kind of like pulled heavily from MJ for whatever reason. And it's just like every awful idea musically Corey Feldman has ever had just turns up on this record. And before I even get into playing some of the music on this thing, I will say that interjecting between some of these tracks are these really weird skits where I think Corey is playing the male voice in the tracks, and it's kind of like he's ripping off Charlie's Angels or just parodying Charlie's Angels and being like, "Angels, you have to do this," and blah, 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 and talking to them through the loudspeaker or whatever. But like every single time he plays the transition from Adam West's Batman, which has nothing to fucking do with Charlie's Angels, every single time I hear you play that, it triggers me. It triggers me because these are two worlds that don't collide, and yet you're making them do it. And the dialogue on all these skits reads like a bad porno. Like it makes the Beavis and Butthead skits on Speeding Bullet to Heaven seem like highbrow comedy. Let's just get into some of the horrors on this album. This song is called Ascension Millennium. Believe it or not, one of the better tracks on the record, but kicks off with this really ridiculous little intro where I guess there's like maybe a devil or something. I don't know. I'm suffering on the inside. That's all I can say. Come on. The sound effects. Okay, wait. Here we go. I say that's not one of the worst tracks on the record because it does have like a coherent vocal melody and like a sensible beat and everything. But stuff gets like batshit insane really fast on the next track, Love and Lies. I'm not joking.
And the Lord said,
What?
"Thou shalt not lie."
Like, I don't get this sort of religious devil angel kind of theme that some of the earlier tracks here play with because the rest of the record doesn't dive into that all that much. It's kind of like this album tries to have maybe like 5 different concepts, none of which it fully explores. Like which concept you're hearing sort of depends on what part of the album that you're in the middle of. Here we go. Like, where the hell did this little synth lead come from? It's totally ripped off from some other popular song. I don't know which one, but I know it is because it's the only part of this track that sounds good. And oh my god, Corey Feldman's vocals on this. I know you be my wife. Like, what is this vocal melody he's trying to sing? Like, it doesn't make sense at all. Like, there's no rhyme or reason to this vocal melody. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's like he's not even in control of his own voice. And then the auto-tune that he throws on top of it doesn't really know what pitch or key to put his voice in, because like, what the fuck are you singing? Like, you actually have to be trying to hold a note in order for the auto-tune to like put your voice where it needs to be. But I'm not even going to try to make any more sense of this track. Literally, those few seconds of this song that you heard, that's all you need to hear. If you just kind of want to laugh at it a little bit, if you really want to make yourself question whether or not you should live, and really get those suicidal thoughts bubbling up in your head, please listen to this whole record, because that's going to happen. Oh,
Meanwhile,
God.
back on planet Earth.
Why?
Good morning, angels.
Oh, why?
Good morning, Corey.
Did you sleep well, angels?
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
Why is the guy answering them before they give their answer? Like, why is this dialogue so awkward?
Now, angels, your mission today, should you choose to accept it, is going to be a 3-part mission. Part 1, I need you to go out there and spread love, light, and truth to all the people of the earth. Part 2, and do it lickety-splicky. And remember, go for it.
Do it lickety splicky. This bit of dialogue here references the titles to several different tracks on the album, and I have no idea what lickety splickety is. Like, does he know it's lickety split? Like, I don't understand what this lickety splickety thing is. I'll just jump forward and play this track, which actually features Corrupt of all people. I don't know how he pulled like Corrupt on this album. I don't know how he pulled Snoop Dogg. Well, Snoop Dogg shows up anywhere where there's a paycheck. And Fred Durst has made music that is almost as bad as this album. I guess I'm not surprised by some of the features on this thing, but here's this track called Lickety Splickety.
I got Corrupt. Yeah, man, I hate when people say they gonna do something that they don't do.
Yeah, okay, all right, come on now. What is Corey Feldman doing on this track? Like, every single verse, he's doing this growly, weird little voice where it's like, it's kind of like his angry little Michael Jackson voice. I want to turn them down. Like, wow, wow. I worry about Corey Feldman. I really do worry about Corey Feldman after listening to this record. I truly do. Oh.
Meanwhile,
Every time plays the stupid Batman music. Batman has nothing to do with Charlie's Angels. Stop it! Oh, I don't want to hear about Corey Feldman tasting anything in a sexual manner, please. Thank you. Come on, give me a taste. Like, Jesus Christ. Oh. Again, this is one of those moments on the record where Corey Feldman is clearly trying to pull from some track that had a more talented artist recorded it. Back in the 90s, it might have been a semi-popular song, but now he's just trying to like force this sound today, and I don't know why. Like, it's one of many things about this record that makes me kind of sick, but we'll continue a little bit further. Stop it! Oh. No. More of this skit. It's terrible, but this song is called Bad People. Bad People. There's probably a joke in there about bad music, but I'm just too stressed out to even make it because this record really is taxing. It is a taxing listen.
Bad people, they'll beat you, they'll cheat you, they'll lie and tell lies. They're evil, deceitful, they're people are real to every single dream. Everything I hate about you, I hate you. See that we're all God's children, and when we're bad, we were born that way. Well, I had to pay that crappy life, but I turned out okay. Make some sacrifice just.
You could barely impersonate Michael Jackson 20 years ago. You can do, you're even worse at it now. You know, like, not that I thought that he might get better, because sometimes practice does make perfect, and Michael Jackson's super talented guy. A lot of that talent, natural talent, the kind of talent that if you wanted to have it for yourself, you would probably have to spend at least a decade honing those talents. But Corey Feldman over here seems to have gotten worse at his Michael Jackson impression with age, and it's just unfortunate. This little duo, this little ditty over here, I'm thinking of Duo, the dynamic duo, because this Batman music plays every single time. But this little ditty is titled Duh, and is one of the worst dance songs on the entire record. How is this legal? How is this allowed? How is this okay? Like, shouldn't someone go to jail? Shouldn't someone be in prison? I don't know. We have this song, Everybody, featuring Doc Ice, which is a funky little cut from the record. Beat now. Like, how do you listen to this and be serious? Like, how do you make this and be serious? How can you listen to this and be like, wow, this is seriously good? Oh my god. Oh my god. This is a seriously good song. Wanna be now. I'm dying on the inside, I swear. Okay, so lead single from the project, Go For It, with Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg, what were you thinking, man? What were you thinking? I mean, again, listen, I know money's cool, but like, can you at least for once be like, hey, listen, this is a bad song. I'm not going to make an appearance on it, you know? Like, I don't care how much you pay me. I just want to hear Snoop Dogg say those words one time. I don't care how much you pay me, I'm not appearing on that song. Because I know he's never said those words. I know he's never uttered the words, I don't care how much you pay me, Corey Feldman. I'm not going to appear on this song. Listen to this stuff. Think of a number in your head. How much money you would need to be paid in order to be on this song. Grandpa Skrillex brings the dubstep. He brought the dubstep. Come on, Snoop. Don't disappoint us. Don't disappoint us, Snoop. Here we go. There's like 10 things going on at once while Snoop Dogg is rapping. You can barely even tell what he's doing. Which, I mean, I guess if you're going to be involved in a Corey Feldman project is the ideal way to be involved. Like, you know, just bury me under so much stuff, people won't even recognize me. That's how I would like to be featured on a Corey Feldman project, I guess, if it was life or death. Though death would be the sweet release of death, I'd consider it. I'd think about it, you know? It would be a tough choice. What are these messy ass horns hanging in the background? I don't think they add the epic backdrop that Corey was going for on this track that is clearly trying to be really meaningful. All right, we're just going to move on to one of my favorite tracks on this thing, Seamless, featuring Fred Durst. This is a very special song. One of the funkier tracks on the entire thing. I've never heard Fred Durst on a song so funky. I'll just say that much. Yeah, this is happening. Do you hear this? Do you hear this? God damn! I can't say no to the beat. I can't say no to the beat. Oh, God. It's like almost accidentally punk. Like it's almost accidentally post-punk. Like the vocals are so bad that it's it's like accidentally doing something experimental. And then the Fred Durst cut. God damn, the Fred Durst feature. Why? Here we go. Oh damn. Oh damn. What? What do you wanna do? Like this mix is terrible. Like these horns are so much louder than everything else. Stop. Please stop. God. And this is track 12. This is track 12. There's 22 tracks. Is it worth it? I think you guys want to see me suffer more, so why not? We're already this deep. We're already this close to killing ourselves. Let's just take that extra step and see if it happens. Why? What is this? What? He didn't record all this himself. There was a producer involved, right? Like, nobody said to him, hey, maybe we should do another take. You'd think there would be incentive to do that because the producer might, make some more money, because the more hours you're in the studio, maybe Corey Feldman did this in his own studio. I really don't know. I just feel like he clearly didn't do all this by himself. There were other people there. So nobody was like, hey, maybe this could be better. Maybe we could fix this, or maybe that's a bad performance. Oh, the song's called Negativity, so I'm hoping that this song really tears at the critics. Says, hey, you're negative about my music. You're an idiot. I hate you. Or you're stupid. You're just a negative loser. That's why you think my music's bad. That's what I hope this song is about. But if it's not, then I'll be pleasantly surprised. Oh, God. What is this, like a nu metal song? What's going on here? This is like a hip hop beat as well, like doom doom ch, doom doom ch, doom doom ch, doom doom dun, dun, dun. Like what is going on here?
Just to make sense of writing the very thought sensing a tragic ending starting the evening of absence of human kindness absorbing the human mind and deafened we were nothing looking but still a blind denial of all things equally good does not compute.
Stop. What is going on? I don't even know where to begin with this track. From the awful guitar to what sounds like a very thin synth bass line, Corey's, his vocals, man. Like, this is another moment where it's like he's trying to borrow so much stuff from the 80s and the 90s and just making it sound awful in 2016. It makes me want to never listen to a song from the 80s or 90s ever again.
That'd be nice.
You got me. Time to grow, become a man. Time to get that Hellcat plan. Time to watch me step right out of place. Don't get that we all fall down to some.
We're obviously in the Angelic Roadel section of the album. God, this is really wearing on me. This is really sucking me of energy. I feel like I'm being drained. I'm being drained. I gotta power through it. What is going on here? And notice again, like the whole Charlie's Angels thing is gone. Like the devil voices and all that stuff are gone. Like, where was all that shit in the bit, like, where was all that shit going? It just kind of disappeared. You know, now it's just like awful songs. We're in the awful song portion of the concept of the record, I guess, is what you can say. Oh, God. Oh. Misery and pain, down and dead. I wanna be myself and dim and dead. The kind that beat you to the ground. The sun don't shine when your eyes are always looking down. I didn't ever mean until I had you. Now my whole life circles around you, and you know I'll be there for you. What is this effect on his voice? And why does it make his voice so loud in the mix? I mean, I think really the best option here, cut your losses, make everything else louder than your voice, and the album would be semi-listenable, in one's opinion. Okay, we're down to the wire with this record. However, the last handful of songs here is really where the album like pulls out all the stops. Like the worst ideas on the record, Corey really saves them for last. This song over here, titled "For My Love," it's a touching little track about not being able to express one's emotions properly, and he kicks the whole thing off. With a little bit of spoken word, some string sections to make it extra dramatic. It's like something out of a Disney movie.
Sometimes words don't express the feelings we really mean, so I wrote these feelings for you.
Something out of the 90s. You don't really care, it doesn't matter why. I wanna go here and it doesn't wear anywhere with you.
Springtime flowers bloom with an air of mystery. They never come too
Why?
soon.
Why? Why? Why?
It was almost like a dream. Our eyes was met across the room. The vision that I see. This beautiful love, it burns inside of you. I don't know how to say it. You bring the stars
No.
to the moon, but when you leave.
Bring the stars up to the moon. The stars are farther away than the moon. Wouldn't you have to bring the moon up to the stars? How does that make any sense? Jesus.
You're gone too soon. I don't know how to play it. I get so scared I cannot think to say the words I really mean.
Why? Kill me now.
For my love, I write this song to you. And my
God damn that little synth lead. Like with a really nice touch, guys. God, this song. This is one of the worst songs on the record. This may be the worst song on the record. You're gonna hear why right away. There's really no buts about this being the worst track on the record. You're gonna hear this and say, "Wow, Anthony, you were right. This is the worst song on the record." Come on. Suffer. I want to die. Give it to me. This is real. And this isn't like a joke intro either. I was waiting for this to be, oh, he's just joking. He's just joking. We're going to get into the real song in a second. No. No, that's not how it works. Like, this is how I would sing at the intro of this song if I was trying to make fun of this song. That's how I would sing. But Corey Feldman is singing like this. Ugh.
Late September, leaves are turning. Not too long before they're blown away. I get to walking through the park too far away.
You know, I could see this recording being something that I maybe enjoy if like some other group had tried to do some like weird lo-fi tongue-in-cheek jazz, like vocal jazz track with like bad singing as like a joke or like a B-side or something. But for it to be like a main feature track on your full-length album and be like the only like track that sounds like this, so it's clearly like standing out for a reason here. And just the way that he sings on this track, so close to the microphone, like he's trying to kiss the mic. I don't know what he's doing. I'm not sure if he knows.
Back when we were all together, and we knew we were here to stay. We were together, we won't change.
Play it again, Sam. Wow, that jazz certainly does swing.
We said forever.
Oh, you know, it's stuff like this that when people say white people ruin everything, I know that's not true, but in the face of this, I can't come up with a retort. That's all I'm saying.
We were the same. We were together. We wanted change. We said forever. We were one and we were the same.
I wish I had a hammer here, because if I did, I would keep tempo with this song on my skull with it. This next track cuts together some news clips. Some news
I just
clips.
posted a new message on Twitter overnight, calling on sympathizers to strike the soldiers.
Oh,
strike
wow.
their police,
Oh,
security,
wow.
and intelligence
Is Corey
members
Feldman going to get political on this track? Is Corey Feldman gonna take on some serious topics? Oh. There's a piano. It's probably going to be meaningful. It's probably going to be about the world today, and it's going to be a tearjerker too, because everything's so sad.
Hospital is now reopened. There is no information on civilian casualties.
Damn. The world's changing. I gotta take a stand. I gotta.
Staring out the window, caught inside a dream. Ignorance is blissful. I'm feeling quite serene, 'cause I choose to ignore the suffering abroad. Doesn't mean it's not happening, it just means I've turned it on. But I can't stop all the pain.
Of course, he had to go funky with it. As soon as he started singing about the pain, he had to go real funky with it. Had to drop that funk rhythm guitar in there. Like, that even makes sense. Like, what?
Off the ground and
We are in a blackout.
On Wednesday, North Korea conducted its fourth nuclear.
Oh, yeah! It's so bad that it's almost entertaining. Like if this were some album, recorded by a crazy man. This is an album recorded by a crazy man, and maybe like years down the line, I can go back and listen to it and have a laugh. But just knowing that this is like Corey Feldman makes it difficult to swallow, I guess is what I'm saying. Not that I have anything personally against Corey Feldman, but I've known that in the past he's released super mediocre music, and the fact that he's still at it is, I guess, impressive in a way, because he seems to get worse and worse. Just a couple more. We're nearing the end here, people. We're so close. I can taste it.
These are my dinner guests. Edgar and Alan's property.
remember back when we were kids, laughing at the things we did, working harder than we should, but all we knew
What is this vocal melody? Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Dun dun dun. Like it's not something you sit down and really conceive of, I guess. Seems almost improvised and in a bad way. Oh, those harmonies came together so terribly. Just like every vocal harmony on this record, mind you. But there particularly, it was pretty bad. That was pretty bad. No. No, stop it. God, stop it. Oh. Mercy. This song is titled Mercy. Hopefully it shows me some. Hopefully. Please, Corey. Please, I'm begging you. Go easy on me, please. I'm being prematurely aged by this album. I feel like I'm 55 now. Think about my niece? Thinking about my niece? My niece? I know he didn't say knees. My niece? I get he's a concerned uncle. And then those vocals in the background. Bow my niece. Ooh, bow. Thinking about my niece. Like, that's the kind of lyric that you could only do your own background vocal for. Because you're not going to get any other jackass to record them bouncing off of you singing that lyric going, bow my niece, bow my niece. So thank God for modern recording technology where you can sort of overdub your own vocals, because that song would have never been graced with bow my niece, bow my niece hanging in the background there. My camera's giving out here. It's like, no more, please. And I'm sorry, camera. Ooh. This chorus, listen to it. It's a mercy. That's like actually, that's almost like a new idea on this record. That's like something that like an R&B artist would sing today, like, have me mercy. Like, this is something that would end up on a Weekend record or something. Mercy, ooh, mercy. I could hear Abel singing that. I feel like he heard some Weekend and then he recorded this. Like, this is Corey Feldman's attempt at some glitzy, glamorous, you know, chilly, depressed little alt R&B or something. You gotta stop. You gotta stop. Oh, well, we're at the last track, Working Class Hero, which, cross my fingers, is a cover of the song by John Lennon. Because if it was, it would be very bittersweet, mostly bitter. but bittersweet, a proper ending, a properly confusing ending to put a bad performance of a head-scratching cover at the end of really one of the most perplexing records I've ever heard in my entire life. Let her rip, Corey. Let her rip.
From the moment you're born, they make you feel small.
No. 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 No.
Giving you no time instead of it all.
He's really trying to sell the folk angle on this track. It's really raw, isn't it? It's really raw.
Pain is so big, you feel nothing at all.
Ooh, dramatic, Corey. Dramatic.
A working class
Hero is something to be. This is almost like Marilyn Manson's cover of the track.
A working class hero is something to be.
It's like, oh yeah, oh.
They hurt you at home, they hit you at school. They hate you if you're clever and they despise a fool.
No, stop. I'm waiting for there to be like a big, like, you know, explosive, like rock instrumentation popping up in the background because he's really building up the tension here. You know, there's got to be a moment of release where he's like, a working class hero is something to be. And, you know, like guitar solos wailing away in the background, drums pounding, the lights are bright, shining on Corey Feldman, the most working class hero motherfucker you've ever seen, I tell ya. Come on. How is this even possible? Like, there's distorted guitar blaring away now, but the instrumental sounds almost quieter than it was than like a couple of seconds ago. What? What? No. No. Okay. No. We're done. We're done here, guys. This is the worst thing I've heard this year. And, you know, I typically do like, hey guys, worst albums of the year segment here. Let's give you guys a list of the worst albums of the year. This has to be number one. This has to be number one. I can't think of an album being worse than this. I can't. I just can't conceive of a worse record. I can't even think of how to make an album worse than this. I mean, the sure, you know, there's like some messy, sloppy, bad demos out there, but the fact that this thing is like close to being coherent, but it's like also far away from being coherent, and it's like, you know, kind of sane, but kind of nutso, and yeah, you know, this thing inhabits a special place. I guess I can say. Wow. Working class hero is so down to be. I guess, yeah, that's really as unnecessary as a closer gets for an album this long. What does that even mean? Like, what is the context of that within this album? Like, what does that have to do with anything that he sung before this track? And the alleged good-evil paradigm of this record, the rock-funk paradigm of this record. What did that crappy, sudden, out-of-nowhere jazz song have to do with any of the rock songs on the second half of the record? The Charlie's Angels thing, the God, devil, heaven, spirituality thing that this album has going. Again, like, nothing lines up. Nothing makes sense in terms of the concept, in terms of the flow, and that rings true for the songs and the recordings on this album themselves. None of them make sense. They're all messy, they're all sloppy, they're all badly recorded, they're all badly written. Like, there's just enough there in order for it to sound like a song. Just enough, just barely enough there to make it sound like it's a song. But it's awful songs. It's like terrible songs. It's not even just like bad masturbatory, like just banging on pots and pans and going derp derp derp. Like certainly there is, odd music out there like that. But this thing is just, I want to leave. I want to turn off the camera and I want to be done talking about this thing. There's just something about the existence of this album that said, Anthony, you got to talk about this because you can't not do a worst albums of the year segment and not talk about this. And it's true. This is the worst album of the year. This will be the worst album of the year. And it's almost like unfair, to the other bad albums out there that would maybe like to be at the top of the worst albums of the year list. It's really unfair because I feel like if they even wanted to, they couldn't make worse music than this. And I don't know, some people are just blessed with all the bad music talent. Some people just naturally make bad music. And other people, while they may try to make terrible music, no matter how hard they try, they'll never be that bad of a musician. So I guess all we can do is just hang back and be in awe of Corey Feldman's lack of talent. Why?